All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Jakeem Grant now to return. A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back, away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Falk. And he finds Danny Amendola. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
No, check, Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, here's Falk underneath for Johnson. And I think the ball's out. And the Texans say they have it. They do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And that is incomplete. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown! Houston. Kiki QT, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Falk. It's caught outright, Amendola. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It's Falk out of the gun, and he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. DJ Reader, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Watson hands this to Foreman. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Brings it in over the middle. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
He's going to sling this deep downfield and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Dumping it off for Johnson. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Detroit! Detroit!
Falk looks to throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now here's Falk. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. First down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's Falk. And he whips that one incomplete there. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, Falk. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Down. Flag 22. Flag 22.
To throw on second is Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Over the middle, complete. That's Fuller. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit, because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play, because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now Johnson, and he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not got much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Detroit!
Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, it's Amendola. Danny Amendola, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Danny Amendola, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-grab?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he's got some space here. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him. He gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
They kept him to a short run play there. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Here's a give to Miller. And some room to work. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Richmond!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Hey, come back! Tiger!
Here's Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. On first down, Watson eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Black got it out, Billy.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Got
The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Tiger. Down. Black 22. Black 22.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over, and now you get the second half to play.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And here comes the Texans now. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Again, it's Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half?
David Johnson on his way. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. A big run there by Johnson. 59 yards for him on the ground. didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Now the rookie from Arizona State, it's Kalen Balazs. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balazs with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Come back, come back.
To throw on second down, Watson. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. On 1st and 10, Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now running right through it. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Watson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Tiger, 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 tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Come back, come back.
Again, it's Watson. Flushed out right. It's complete to Fuller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
From the red zone now, Watson. That's complete right around the 8. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will tie things at 20 all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Here comes Grant on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, Falk. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Gone!
The play fake, now Falk. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Falk. Going deep here for Stills. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Couldn't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
Now Foreman. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Richmond!
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. After the penalty, it's Miller. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Texans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got Fuller. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And then he goes with a juke. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big gain of 38 there on third down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Underneath for Miller. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll run with Foreman, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. The Texans on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They come out here in the and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Texans have broken the tie. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. The return man is Grant. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable.
The ball comes out, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense. But oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down, Falk. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Still is the intended target.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football, and at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On second down, here's Watson. Being chased out left. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And he gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a fourth down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play action. It's Falk. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Falk. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. It's Falk out of the gun. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on a return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it's Watson. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The offense on third down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Now Watson going to sneak it. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on fourth.
They gain nothing. And all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to fourth. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the pace.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock, so tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put out one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Dolphins on third down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Steps away. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Back to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Texans, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of this.